Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. So we're just going to look at the Foxwell NT710 again, and we've looked at the setup video, obviously the unboxing and everything else. Now we're actually going to connect it to a Mini. So it's a very Mini specific video, so showing what functionality you can get for both the F56, and also what I'll show you is actually where you can plug it in on your R53 and your R56 as well, because obviously I've got access to all of these here. So for the F56, we'll show you plugging it in, actually diagnosing an issue with the car, fixing it, and how to then clear off those engine management codes and get rid of the engine management light on the screen. Now, one of the things I do want to point out, it isn't just about engine management codes that this can read, this actual scanner from Foxwell. Actually, you can also use it to read those sort of codes that wouldn't come up as an engine management light, but hidden in the background and only can normally be seen by a dealership. Okay, so in the first gen Mini, you just come under here, under the dashboard, and we've got just here. Okay, so just under the dash here, we've got this little flip down. And all we do is take the cable, plug it in. Okay, and in the third gen F56, please excuse the mess because the car is due a hoover, but the OBD port is easier to get to, so you can come in through here, plug the code reader in there. Okay, so I've got a warning light just here. The engine management light flashed on and off, and I've got this drivetrain issue here. So it's something, now let's get the scanner in, try and work out what the problem is. Okay, so let's go in, connected it up to the OBD. Scanning the car, we'll do a smart VIN, asks me to confirm the VIN, and then it gives me details of the car, which it is, that's the right car, so let's hit yes. I'm trying to avoid the glare, just for filming purposes. You don't see it, it looks quite glary in terms of reflections on camera, but actually in person it's nowhere near as bad. So on the F56 it just does this, where it starts, it turns the ignition off and back on again as it reads it, and we should see in a minute it come up. Let's turn radio and everything off. Okay, we go to diagnosis, do a quick scan, and hopefully it should tell us that we've got a number of faults. Now, some of these I expect to see, some of them I don't. So let's see. It's scanning through all the modules at the moment. So you'll see it'll start to come up with passes or fails. So we've got some fails across the top, which we'd expect to see when we've got a running problem. Okay, that's 100%, and you can see we've got some faults, so let's dig in a little deeper. Okay, so if we expand these, we can expand these out by pressing the little drop down next to it. And you can see we've got some issues. Let's have a look. Hot air mass meter short circuit, combustion misfire, fuel injection is switched off. So we've got a misfire on cylinder 1 by the looks of it. Now that's, for me, is the fault I'm expecting in terms of the way it's running. You can see we've got some issues here that have come up. However, these I think are old codes from issues with the car in the past. So obviously it's an accident damaged car, so I know I've got some existing faults. So in terms of the horn line, so one of the horns is disconnected, for example. So that's something we've got to remediate. But I think in terms of the running, what we can do is actually go right. We can see we've got a misfire on cylinder 1. It's showing here. Now, what you can do is go in a little deeper. So if we click on the module and read codes on the misfires, what this allows you to do is actually Google the problem. So combustion misfire cylinder 1 detected. You see we've got the codes are all underlined. If we tap on them, what it actually do is open up the web browser and it will Google that code for you, as long as it's got an internet connection. So you can see there straight away, it tells you what the code is. It gives you any sort of responses or issues people have found, maybe linked to that particular code. Okay, and then you can just press the back button down here to go back. It'll take you to your fault codes. And what you can do is you can clear these using the computer as well, so just clear codes. And what that'll do is just clear. Okay, and then if we recode, no codes found. So that's cleared the codes, and obviously we can do that, but clearing the codes isn't fixing the problem. It helps you diagnose it. So we know cylinder 1, it was saying misfire. And obviously from that, what I'll do is go out to the engine next. Let's pop the bonnet and take a look at what we can find in the engine bay. Okay, so into the engine bay. So we saw there was an issue with mass airflow. Now, we've done some work in this engine bay, so things have been disconnected, and you can see that connection's loose, so that's good. Put that in, clip that in, so that should solve one code. Then we've got cylinder 1, so we need to get the engine cover off. That's nice and loose because we've been in here as well. And we can see, there you go, straight away we found the issue. If we look just on cylinder 1, we've got the coil pack, it's disconnected. Now obviously, let's check all the rest. That being disconnected, I'm going to say is 99% sure is why we're misfiring. And obviously the code reader helped us identify that there was an issue with cylinder 1 and we'd got that misfire. So without that, we'd have to come and have a dig around and try and work out, but straight away we knew there's probably something wrong with that coil, whether it was not working correctly, the spark plug wasn't quite in or connected, or obviously that wiring. So hopefully that's a nice quick and easy fix. So we'll clip that back in place and we'll go start the engine and see if that code comes back. Okay, so if we start the car now, we can hear straight away the misfiring stopped. Overdue a service, which is that initial warning, but that's fine because we're going to do that in a future video as well. But we can see straight away the codes have cleared. There's nothing on the check control on the computer. And then what we can do as well is on the diagnostic tool is just run another quick scan. And what we will do as well is we'll take it out for a quick drive, come back just in case the codes are forced on while I'm driving. But looking at this, I think we've got very minimal faults now on the code reader. Let's let that finish to 100% and then I'll talk you through what it's showing. Okay, so we're showing just one fault, and if we do the drop down, we can see it's that radiator blind, which we know from the previous video is the active aero is removed because I've got the larger intercooler, and I'm sure there's probably a way of coding that out. But if that's the only fault that we're showing every other module's passed, we'll take it for a test drive, do the scan again, and show you the result. Okay, so I'm back from a test drive, and you can see the faults have now completely cleared. Got no engine management light on at all, and we've only got that one radiator blind, which is the active aero. So that's the issue now resolved, and that was really useful having that Foxwell scanner, just so we could pick up actually which cylinder was misfiring. So when we got in there, we could go straight to cylinder 1, and obviously we spotted those two wiring issues, and obviously there was a mass sensor reading issue as well. So sometimes when you're rushing on jobs, you can make mistakes like that, and these will help you diagnose it super quick. The other thing that's quite useful is obviously in the top left hand corner, you can see actually while the car's running, we can see the voltage to the battery, and we can also turn off the car. We should see that voltage start to drop down. So that will also help you diagnose if you've got any issues, and obviously you can get more information around the battery, but that's a really quick and easy way of seeing actually what voltage is coming out of your battery. So if you found today's video useful, please hit that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get alerts every time we upload new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.